What if I told you that your greatest marketing asset is already within your practice? Your patient list is your most valuable resource, and when leveraged correctly, it can drive consistent patient visits, reactivations, and referrals. Now, just think of all the iconic large brands that we know today: Nike, Coca Cola, Starbucks, Massage Envy, Stretch Labs. Each one of these brands spends millions of dollars each year on customer marketing to drive recurring revenue. So you need to think the same way in your practice. You should have patients for life, and they should always come back to you when they need it. And, of course, send all of their friends and family to you. Wouldn't that be a dream? What I find time and time again when I talk to practice owners is that the top 10% of practices put a greater emphasis on patient marketing. The other 90% put their efforts into just new patient marketing and think a patient will come back to me no matter what. But the reality is that your patients are swamped in a sea of marketing messages daily, and you are soon forgotten unless you work to stay top of mind. Today, we're diving into how you can mine and market your patient list, establish yourself as a trusted advisor, use the website as your hub of patient marketing. Now, just realize that your patient list is your greatest asset. Many practices focus all their marketing efforts on attracting new patients while neglecting the goldmine that is their existing patient base. The reality is marketing to your current and past patients is the most cost-effective and highest return strategy. Remember our patient lifetime value calculation? Right, the greater your patient lifetime value, the greater the revenue and profitability in your practice. Studies show that it costs 5 times more to acquire a new patient than it does to retain an existing one. So we want to focus on retention and reactivations. And reactivating past patients and generating referrals from your current list requires far less effort and investment than just cold outreach. In addition, let's take a look at a Clinic A and Clinic B in this scenario. Clinic A works hard to market to their past patients in addition to their new patient marketing. Clinic B, not so much. As you can see, patient marketing is like compounding interest. As you grow your practice and more people come back for care, the growth acceleration of your clinic will grow also. This is because patients not only come back for care, increasing your numbers, but they are more likely to refer people to you. Your patient list is full of people who already know, like, and trust you, so use it. They've had a positive experience with your clinic and are more likely to return for additional services or refer their friends and family to you. The key is having a structured system in place to consistently engage with them. So let's talk about your objectives and marketing rhythms for patient marketing. Successful patient marketing requires consistency. You need a rhythm, a structured schedule for engaging with your patient list throughout the year. And there are 3 core objectives for your patient marketing. First, patient retention. How can you use your marketing to keep patients engaged throughout their care and beyond so they complete their full treatment plan and return for future needs? They don't drop off the schedule. Second is patient reactivation. So bringing back past patients who may have dropped off for care or haven't been in for a while, a well-timed email, direct mail, phone call can reignite their interest in your services. And third is patient referrals. So encouraging your happy patients to share their experience with friends and family, helping you grow your practice organically. To achieve these objectives, you need a marketing rhythm that includes regular email campaigns, social media engagement, newsletters, and follow-up calls. And the more touch points you create, the stronger your patient relationships become. Now, a pro tip here is to work on a calendar for the quarter ahead to map out when you're posting on social, sending emails, direct mail, newsletters, events, and other patient marketing actions. Don't try to wing it every week, as this causes exhaustion and having to come up with new ideas every day. It is much better to do batch work when it comes to patient marketing and do it for the quarter ahead. Now, the other part here is you want to stand out in the crowd as a trusted expert. And patients have more options than ever before when it comes to healthcare. So what makes them choose you over the competition in the future? The answer is trust. So to stand out, you need to position yourself as the go-to expert in your field on a constant basis. You need to share educational content that helps patients understand their conditions and the solutions you provide. You need to be the clinic they turn to for that expert advice. How many times have you been treating a patient for, say, a neck problem, and the person on the next plinth says, "Hey, I didn't know you treated necks. My husband has a neck problem." Now, if you share educational content, it's the same thing. You get to enlighten people when you're not there, and they are more willing to receive free advice and tips from you, spurring those kind of actions for people to send friends to you or come back for care. So if you're consistently providing valuable content through blogs, videos, social media, and newsletters, these build credibility. Just remember, you have expertise and you can share so much on exercises, tips, and advice to stay healthy or get out of pain. When patients see you as a trusted authority, they're more likely to return to your practice and recommend you to others. Another key factor is social proof. You have an incredible asset in your practice, your patient stories. Stories are one of the most powerful ways to engage people. In my practice, I used to gather patient testimonials written down and share that in promotional materials, and those were the days before Google reviews and social media posts. So using patient testimonials and success stories are incredibly powerful. You should have mechanisms to capture these in your clinic. But here's a word of advice. Make it personal when capturing reviews and stories. Don't just try to automate this. Train your team to personally ask for reviews. And then showcase those reviews on your website, Google reviews, and social media to reinforce your reputation and build confidence in potential patients. And of course, ask for permission. But if they're doing it through Google, they're already kind of declaring that. Now, here's a pro tip. When asking for a review from a patient, ask the question, what can you do now that you couldn't do before? This gets the patient thinking about the transformation your clinic has helped them achieve, and transformation stories are some of the most powerful marketing assets you can use. And the goal with all of this is to drive people to the hub of your patient marketing, which should be your website. Your website is the foundation of your patient marketing strategy, and every piece of content you create, every email you send, every social media post you share should have one goal, which is driving traffic and driving people back to your website. Your website should be optimized to convert those visitors into patients, and it should include clear calls to action, easy online booking, compelling testimonials, and educational resources. If you make it simple for patients to engage with your clinic and you take this next step, in their care journey, they'll come back to you. So I want you to think of your website as the central hub where all patient engagement happens. Whether it's reactivating past patients, educating current ones, or attracting new referrals, your website should be the go-to resource for information and scheduling. A strong patient marketing strategy isn't just about outreach. It's about guiding people back to your website where they can take action, whether that's booking an appointment, signing up for a newsletter, or engaging with valuable content. Now, let's talk about getting people to take action. You have to realize that your patient list is a goldmine of opportunity. By implementing consistent marketing rhythms, positioning yourself as a trusted expert, and driving patients to your website, you can really unlock sustainable growth for your practice. And so you get people to take action with a calls to action that you have on your website and mimic those throughout your patient marketing too. Now, if you're ready to maximize your patient marketing potential, let's chat. Our team specializes in helping clinics like yours implement proven marketing systems to increase retention, referrals, and reactivations. Thank you for joining us here today, and I hope you got a lot out of our patient marketing section. On our next section, we'll be talking about market to hire, where you can attract top talent to come work for you using Google and your website. So we'll get into that in our next lessons here. So I hope you got a lot out of this Market2Grow section, where you can use prospect to patient conversion, online discoverability, and patient marketing to grow your practice. This is Neil Trickett with Practice Promotions, and wishing you much success in your practice.